You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com had one. I had to do a little bit of research. Oh, and by the way, the guy who requested it is a veteran. If you happen to be military, either current or retired, or as long as you served, you get a significant discount. So I had to do a little bit of research, but you get a good price. I was curious about what you think of this startup. I like the idea behind it, but I do not upload videos to YouTube, so my viewpoint is strictly from that of a consumer. Brave.com. This is the Brave browser, created by Brendan Eich when he was thrown out of his own company at Mozilla Firefox. And why you should not have Mozilla Firefox, because he made a political donation. It doesn't matter where he made the political donation. The board of directors at Firefox Mozilla decided that he should go because they are fucking Nazis, and that's what you guys are at Mozilla. So he decided to create his own browser called Brave, and I'll delve into that a little bit after I go through this email. This browser is based on Google Chrome, but with Google's tracking, etc. disabled, and includes some enhanced security features. You receive tokens from browsing the web and viewing ads that do not track you or have the risk of it containing malware, etc. In the future, I can cash out my tokens or distribute them to specific websites or YouTube channels I watch. And as an example, around 15 to 20% of mine are set up to go to your YouTube channel a month. Video response is okay. I'm in the military, though I'm not sure if you have a way to validate that. I just trust you. I watch everyone's good. If that happens, it'll go away. Then no one's getting a discount. So he provides some links. So let's kind of explain it to everybody so we know what we're talking. Because it took, and even I have like this basic understanding of it, and that was like with an hour or so of research. All right, let's talk about the browser Brave. Brave is basically, not basically, it is the best browser out there. It's what I use, and it's for the reasons that the client mentioned. It's an ad blocker, automatically built in. You don't have to activate it, just blocks ads, including ads on YouTube. So you can just watch the video, you don't have to watch these ads. And then there are other safety and security features to stop malware and viruses and stuff like that. It can look out for sites, it'll search those sites, make sure they're safe. But the real thing that it does is it does not record your every move. It's not stalky. It's not Google. So if you go to Google, this is why I use Bing. I know Bing uses my data, that what I search to market to, but I just don't want Google to have my information. I don't. So I always use Bing as a browser. But if you want to use, say, DuckDuckGo or some other browser, that information is not recorded on Google or Bing's or Microsoft servers. They don't find it, and oh yeah, we're just using it for marketing. Yeah, okay, sure, but then you could probably use it for something else. So if you're like, you're in the closet and you're searching gay sites and go, oh my God, Bob Bobson's gay. That is a potential, although I think any company that would do that, or they have their servers hacked and then people's browsing histories get out there, that company would be bankrupt the very next day. Anyway, so they're trying to do it more for marketing so they can run particular ads and send particular ads to you. You know what? I don't like fucking Google looking over my shoulder. I don't like Facebook looking over my shoulder. And Brave is one of those browsers where it's like, no, we don't care what you do. We're not there. So that is what Brave is. Among many other things, it pretty much kind of keeps you anonymous and it doesn't track you. And it prevents ads from showing up. Now, think about this, not the entirety, but a sizable percentage of the internet is based on ads and marketing. That's where everybody's eyeball is right now. You're watching it. You're watching a computer screen. I'm looking at a computer screen. Nobody's looking at billboards. Nobody's reading newspapers. It's like, oh, I remember the guys that brought down Nixon. Oh, those were the good old days when we smoked pot and vaginas were hairy. The baby boomers. So they're still reading Newsweek or fucking Time or USA Today in paper form, but everybody is looking at the screen. Now, if this browser were to gain like, remember when it was Netscape? Well, you kids probably don't even remember Netscape. Do you remember Mosaic? Probably not. So it was Mosaic, then there was Netscape, they control, and then there was Explorer, and now I think Chrome is the largest browser, where 72% of the people use it. So whoever has the most popular browser more or less controls what can be seen. And since every other browser allows ads to show up, although I will admit some of them allow you to turn on ad blocking, Brave is the first one to not only block ads but not track you. So it should be the most popular browser. And if it does gain in popularity, it does become the next Netscape or Microsoft Explorer, then that undermines practically 80% of every corporation's advertising. It just because you're not going to see it. If everyone were to use Brave as a browser, you wouldn't have to see it. Well, another thing about Brave is that your websites load up way faster because you're not loading up the ads. You're not seeing the ads. You're not getting tracked. And by all means and accounts, it's the best browser out there. But if it were to get out and people were to actually use Brave to the extent, heck, just half the people, the users use Brave, you are now you're obsoleting all these advertising budgets. So now there's value. In other words, if Brave were to get not universal but a sizable market share of people who use it as a browser, you are rendering most companies' marketing moot and impotent, worthless. And that would definitely cause upheaval in today's modern online social media world. So, in other words, Brave has the potential to hold advertisers hostage. And Brendan Eich is really smart. I mean, this is the more I looked into the cryptocurrency aspect of it, which is the second half of Brave. It's brilliant on his part. So what Brave does is it allows you, the user, to view ads. And if you sign up through Brave, get an account and all this other stuff, I hadn't looked into that, what the details are, but if you agree to watch some ads, Brave will pay you in what's called basic attention tokens, or BATs. And you may have seen this for those of you who are cryptocurrency people, you kind of somewhat keeping a finger on, you're like, what's BATs? I saw that one. I didn't know what BATs was, and I had to look up. And basic attention token. And what it is basically, all right, if you watch a certain amount of advertisements, you will be compensated with BATs, these tokens. And these tokens, you can trade them on cryptocurrency exchanges for actual cash money. You could trade them amongst each other if you want, because essentially you're getting paid in BATs, this cryptocurrency, to watch ads or to suffer through ads. So you have these BATs and you get them on your account. Oh, what do you do with them? Well, how do I convert Bitcoin to cash? Well, there's exchanges, like there's a stock exchange or a bond exchange or the precious metals exchange over in London. You go to the cryptocurrency exchange, CoinDesk being one of them. There are other cryptocurrency exchanges out there. And you can exchange BATs for cash, whatever currency you want to buy, yen, dollars, won, whatever. So you can't, and it is. I looked it up, what's BATs doing? Because I always like macro economies to tell me how much faith and confidence there is in a particular currency or commodity. And BATs, I think they started at like 15 cents and now they're up to 80 cents. And it's volatile like any other cryptocurrency would be. But unlike a lot of cryptocurrencies, this actually has an element of intrinsic value backing it up. And that is eyeball time. Hey, I will actually look at your ads. So there is some value. This is like the first time I've seen, except for gold coin, there was a gold backed up Bitcoin or gold cryptocurrency backed by actual measures of gold. But this is one where it's basically commoditizing people's time in advertising or watching advertising into this currency token, this basic attention token. So I'm kind of like, that's very interesting. And this is why Ike's a genius. Holy shit. I was like, that's genius. You figured out a way to actually create a currency, cryptocurrency admittedly, to have at least a pretty direct connection to something that has intrinsic value, advertising. So what you can then do, you get your BAT, you get your credit, and then what he's saying is that you can then, for different sites you visit a lot, you can award them BAT tokens. Like, hey, Aaron, I know on your YouTube channel, I watch through Brave and I don't see any of the advertisements. And I know that kind of denies you a little bit of revenue. But out of kindness, you don't have to. I don't know, you really don't have to, but people do. You can award different websites to different people your BAT tokens. And I've never had it because I haven't signed up for it, and I might do it later, but there's always fucking something else to do. And you know what? It's fucking sunny out, and I got my motorcycle. I want to go ride and play. I don't need to work all the time. But anyway, so you can award different websites like, okay, so I've trafficked this guy's site a lot. He's got everything monetized. He's got all these ads. I don't see it. But you know what? I know he or she's got to make some money, so I'm going to send him some bats. And then that person gets the bat. Oh, well, I could go to the bat exchange, cryptocurrency exchange, or I can trade bats on the internet if it ever gets that kind of, why would I trade into dollars? I got bats. It's universally accepted. It's not there yet. But now we have something backed up by an intrinsic value, advertising, and eyeball time. And we can exchange, there's markets to exist that we can exchange into traditional currencies. Or we can use it to reward people and pay them. People's sites that we like. So you're saying, if you really think about it, and you say, oh, Aaron, I'm thinking about it. And if everyone were to use Brave, then these Brave, I think there's, 2 billion Brave coins? Or Brave, I'm sorry, not Brave, bat units. If everyone were to go on Brave and not use other browsers, and the fact you could actually make money off of it by suffering ads, well, it's only going to be a matter of time before Chrome is gone, Explorer is gone, Firefox is gone, Safari is gone, all because not only is Brave a superior browser to all those browsers as it is right now in terms of functionality and use and ease and speed. I could get paid too, maybe 50 cents. I don't know how many bats you're going to get. You say, why would anyone use any of the other browsers? And oh my gosh, shouldn't Brave be like the most popular browser ever? So let's go look up Brave, because I'm thinking it's been around for 2 years. Brave browser. Let's do Wikipedia. History, free and open source, Chromium, history. Yeah, May 28th, 2015. So this has almost been around for 3 years. Brave was first announced by co-founder in January 2016. So 2 years it's been out, right? And I know it's in beta and okay, this and that and all that other stuff. But if you look at penetration rates, usage rates, how many people are using Brave? Brave has got to be the new, oh my God, Brave should be all, Brave doesn't even come up on the radar. Which is weird, because Brave, I'm not joking, this is not opinion, it's the best browser. It's the best for everybody. I don't know why anybody uses it. I used to be a big Firefox guy because of their add-ons and extensions until they decided that they're not going to allow people to have the freedom of speech. Well, fuck you. But Brave is just better. It's the best browser out there. Everybody should be using it, but they're not. So when you look at usage statistics, it's not even showing up. It's Chrome, I think Explorer, then Firefox, then Safari, and then some piddly no-name ones that I don't know what they are, like Pale Moon, but they just go other. Brave doesn't even come up. Now, why is that? We can debate, that's a different discussion, but people are just used to Google. People, they're sheep. I'm going to search on Google. It didn't even ask me, it's telling me that I should make Chrome my standard browser. Enter, okay. So it's out of habit people are using Chrome. It's out of habit people are using Explorer. It's out of habit people are using Safari because it's there, it's the browser. And they don't care that the private data is being recorded. They don't care that they're being snooped upon. They just don't care because people are conformies. Brave targets, not even, I want to say like super smart people, just slightly self-respecting people. People who don't want to be stalked or spied upon. People who are willing to download and install the browser. They're willing to, it takes, 30 seconds, depending on your internet speed, to install it, download it, install it, and everything. But whatever the reason, people aren't using Brave. And since people aren't using Brave and it doesn't have the market share that the other browsers do, it's not a threat to advertisers. Now, I don't know if Brendan Eich and the people over at Brave are going to roll it out officially and make some kind of marketing push for it to get people to start using it. I sincerely hope they do. But I'm afraid, it's like, why did people go with VHS instead of beta? Well, I think it was something to do with the porn industry. That might be something that Brendan Eich might want to consider. is going with the porn industry because what they did that they got Cisco to open up high-speed internet. I know this may shock you, but males' desires for sex has always built civilization and advanced technology and created civilization. So I'm only half joking. That's something the people over at Brave might want to think about. How can you get porn to make Brave the default browser? Because then you're going to get every guy, I was going to say under 60, but I think every guy to use it, and you got half the population using it. So that may be more intelligent than I originally thought. But for whatever reason, right now, no one's using Brave. So Brave is not holding any of the advertising hostage. I'm sure there's some eccentric users such as myself, some first adapters or whatever. And everything's ready to go. The only thing is getting it to be not universally adapted, but just get like a 30% market share. Get a 30% usage rate. I mean, at least debunk, at least knock out Firefox. At least knock out those assholes because they're fucking Nazis. But yeah, so everything makes complete and total sense if you spend the time to look at it. I was curious what you think of this startup. I like the idea behind it, but I do not upload videos. So yeah, like you, I love the idea. I think it's genius. I think that is genius. That it's almost as intelligent as Silver Dollar Bikini. It almost has that. No, it's way beyond. This is one of the smartest things I've ever seen done. Because if you thought Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, was genius, and it was, this is the first one I've found that you didn't have to go and mine a physical commodity and have it backed up with something physical and tangible, but rather something that is the future of advertising dollars, that is ethereal, not actual physical, but actually has intrinsic value. In other words, Brendan Ike didn't have to go and mine a bunch of gold or silver or palladium to back up these coins. He's found a way to basically steal all the advertisers' market, hold it high, say, would you like the eyeballs? Well, you're going to pay. So then what ends up happening, let me connect it fully. Advertisers would buy bats and and then be able to advertise through Brave. And so if you were to pay in to Brave some bats, they say, okay, any of our users that want to view bats or view advertisements, we're going to pay them out a little bit and we're going to show them your videos. And I think Brave, I think this is the real money maker. I mean, holy shit, Brendan Knight would make billions. Is if Brave became the default browser, you would have to be like a toll. Oh, would you like access to the world's 7 billion viewers and browsers and internet surfers? Well, you're going to pay some bats. And then we're going to pay, and you want to think, here's another great thing about Brave. All these socialist communist pussies who are too lazy to actually do any thinking or actually bring about a better world, all they want to do is bitch and whine and take other people's money. But Brave actually brings about this kind of self-choosing, self-determining, logical, economic, best interest choice for everybody, where, yeah, everybody does. It's kind of like the 401k. It's like, well, the communists always complain, we don't own the means of production. Like, excuse me, do you not have an employee stock option plan? Do you not have an employee shareholder plan? Do you not have a 401k? Through your retirement plans and your pensions, you actually own, not all of it, but parts of the, a percentage of the means of production. And you point that out to a communist, like, and the problem they have with it is that means you have to work to get a 401k match, and you have to work to get a pension. They don't like that. They just, I want money so I can be an artist and, make shitty art. But Brave is one of those things where it's like you take the consumer and you truly do empower them, not to a great extent, but they can make a little bit of money. They're better served. They're not being stalked. They're not being spied upon. They make a little bit of cash, and they become actual equity shareholders in the advertising industry. And that's something that I've never seen any socialist or communist ever come up with. But they don't try. They just, I want other people's money. It's called social democracy. It's not theft, even though I have a gun pointed at your head through the government to give me some of your money. Said every communist ever. So to answer your question, yeah, I think it's a great idea. And yeah, like I said, it's, God damn, it's like, oh no, I gotta do bats. What is it today? Is it Bitcoin today? Bitcoin tomorrow? What are we gonna? It's like, no, I want to sit and go to the gym. But I like it. I like it a lot. And I do like the Brave browser. The Brave browser alone is worth just installing, whether you decide to go and get signed up for BAT tokens or not. But it's sadly, how do you get this to be universally accepted? I think it's porn the more and more I think about it. But how do you get girls to like In Sync? If you remember that back in the day, how do you get people to line up and listen to the crap they got going on the radio? I mean, how do you get how do you get people to listen to Bruno Mars? It's like, well, you condition them. So how do you get Brave to be a universal browser? Got me. I don't know. That's for the marketing gurus. But yeah. So anyway, that's why I think of Brave. Everyone should use it. If you don't use it, please get rid of Firefox. At least don't use Firefox. Okay. Preferably not use Chrome. Preferably not support social justice warriors and leftists. Not that Brendan Ike's some big right-wing conservative either. He just ain't going to be up in your shit. He doesn't care where you browse. And the man's trying to make you money, too. I think it's a brilliant idea. But we just got to get it out there and get it more universally accepted. So hopefully they roll it out. Hopefully there's like some kind of marketing strategy they got. But I don't know what it is. All right, that's it. You guys got questions? The old Cam's got answers over at assholeconsulting.com. Got my Patreon account up, patreon.com/Aaron Clary. But you can also donate through PayPal, which only takes a 3% commission. Go to my blog, captaincapitalism.blogspot.com, and then check out the books, check out the podcast. I got all this other shit. I got shit going on. Check out the other stuff. Look at the links below. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.